Just about every job you apply for will ask for a resume. That makes sense. Employers want to know your skills, qualifications, and prior experience. But what if you don't have any experience? Should you just give up? Definitely not. In this video, we'll walk through our simple 5-step process that you can follow to write an excellent resume, even if you have little to no work experience. If you want to get your dream job faster and easier while avoiding common resume mistakes that cost you job opportunities, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, let's dive right into this 5-step process. Step 1. Research the industry. Whether you're looking for a job in a skilled trade, a professional environment, or anywhere else, it's crucial to research the industry you want to work in. First, search for jobs that interest you on a job site like Indeed, LinkedIn, or ZipRecruiter. Start gathering job postings that you think you may be qualified or almost qualified for. These will come in handy in the next step. After that, dive into industry basics. Try subscribing to a few industry-related blogs or newsletters. This will help you to easily stay updated on the latest trends and developments without investing too much time. One crucial task here is to identify what kinds of resumes or CVs are expected for the types of positions you're applying for. For example, academic institutions often prefer long CVs that detail every bit of relevant experience you have, whereas other industries may prefer shorter resumes that emphasize the most important and relevant skills and work experience. After that, you can start to build your connections. Take to platforms like LinkedIn to connect with professionals in the industry you're eyeing. You don't need to go deep into networking at this point because even casual interactions or following industry experts to see their updates and discussions can really provide valuable insights. Okay, now that you have a general understanding of the industry and available jobs, let's dive a little deeper. Step 2. How to read the job posting. This may seem pretty weird, but before you even start writing your resume, you should thoroughly read and understand the job description you're applying for. That seems backwards, doesn't it? Exactly. By identifying the skills, experience, and qualifications required for this position, you'll ensure that your resume is aligned with what the employer is looking for. Let's imagine Jamie, a recent college graduate eager to enter the workforce, but with little real-world job experience. Jamie knows that employers often receive a plethora of applications and that they use tools like the automated applicant tracking system to streamline their selection process. This system automatically filters out resumes that don't contain specific keywords mentioned in the job description. Jamie realizes that to avoid her resume being dismissed prematurely, she needs to strategically incorporate these keywords. Now, to accomplish this, she meticulously examines the qualifications and responsibilities sections of each job posting she's interested in. In these sections, she finds vital keywords that could potentially elevate her application to the top of the pile. So she writes them down, creating separate lists for each job position she intends to apply for. Once you've followed Jamie's example and have lists of keywords in hand, you can move on to step 3. Step 3. Write down and gain relevant experience. Even if your professional journey is just starting, you might be surprised to find a wealth of relevant experiences in your background. Let's revisit Jamie to illustrate this point further. Jamie, that recent college graduate, might initially feel her experiences are too limited for the job market. But upon closer inspection, she realizes that the collaborative projects, leadership roles in college societies, or even part-time retail jobs have equipped her with a myriad of skills that are often transferable to her desired job roles. Jamie decides to meticulously scrutinize job descriptions, identifying keywords that she can genuinely relate to her experiences. For instance, her role as a team leader in a college project demonstrates her leadership and organizational abilities, making phrases like strong organizational, communication, and interpersonal skills appropriate to include on her resume. However, Jamie also recognizes gaps in her skill set that need bridging. Not letting this deter her, Jamie signs up for free online courses and certifications available on platforms like Coursera and LinkedIn Learning. These platforms offer her the opportunity to acquire new skills and knowledge, which not only fill the gaps in her resume, but also arm her with current industry insights. With a bit of creativity and initiative, as Jamie has shown, you can craft a resume that showcases your potential, positioning you as an excellent candidate even if you're just stepping into the professional realm. But to make sure that your relevant skills and experiences stand out, we need to move on to the next step. Step 4. Transform your experiences into accomplishments with impact. Here, the goal is to accentuate not just the roles you've performed, but also the value you've created. To do this, you can use the following 3-step process. 1. Detail the role or task undertaken. 2. Enumerate the skills refined or utilized during that time. And 3. Highlight the tangible impacts of your efforts, substantiated with quantified outcomes. Returning to Jamie, she begins by reflecting on her part-time retail job. Jamie recalls how she often suggested minor but effective improvements to the inventory system. At first, she merely describes her experience as worked at a clothing store and helped with the inventory process. Then she realizes that she can make this statement far more impactful. So instead she writes, contributed to streamlining the inventory process, which helped in reducing item retrieval time, significantly enhancing customer satisfaction in the process. While she can't quantify this contribution, Jamie can still show that she made a difference by contributing to streamlining the inventory process. By crafting her experiences into vibrant accomplishments peppered with those industry-specific keywords, Jamie constructs a resume that vividly portrays her as a dynamic candidate. As you build your resume, emulate Jamie's strategy. Hone in not just on the experiences, but on the story of growth and the positive impact they made. Now, as important as conveying this information to potential employers is, nothing will get your resume thrown in the trash faster than a sloppy, unprofessional presentation. That's where the final step comes in. Step 5. Make sure your resume is professionally written. At minimum, you should correct any errors in spelling or grammar by reading through your entire resume at least once. Of course, spelling and grammar is just the bare minimum when it comes to professional writing. It should also be clear, coherent, and concise. That means eliminating unnecessary words while also making your writing straightforward and unambiguous. It also means using a resume template and file format that will get through the automated applicant tracking systems we mentioned earlier. If all this sounds complicated and a bit overwhelming, don't despair. Crafting a resume that will get you an interview is a tough job in itself, but we can help. If you want a resume consultation, or if you really just want to hire an expert to write your resume for you, go to doesyourresumesuck.com/services. A team of expert writers who have helped many other job seekers optimize their resumes and ultimately get the job is eager to help you do the same. The link for that is in the description of this video. Also, if you want more expert tips on how to succeed in the job market, make sure to sign up for our email list on our website. The link for that is also in the description. There are dozens of common mistakes that most people make while writing their resume. If you want to avoid these mistakes and make sure that your resume makes its way to the top of the stack, then check out our video on 5 common resume mistakes you don't want to make.